All right, so we're reading this story from the New York Post. Houston woman turned away from polls after being told she already voted. This woman right here is the woman. She went to the polls. They told her, hey, you already voted. Uh, I don't like that, but we're just going to jump into it because at the end, they fix everything. This woman did get to vote, so that's good because every person should be able to vote. I will never tell you who to vote for. I will only tell you to exercise your right and get out there and vote. Me in particular, I will only vote in person. I don't like the idea of my vote being in the mail because I've heard of instances where they have gotten lost. And it's not like somebody stole it and did. It doesn't have to be malicious. You could put something in the mail, and when the mailman grabs it and puts it in the truck, it could end up falling out and ending up underneath something. Or I heard of a story that they found a mail-in ballot from 2016 under a trash can at post offices. I can't remember which one. Again, it might not even be 100% factual. I didn't really look into it. I just heard this story, so I'm just saying things can happen, accidents happen. So, my personal opinion, every person should get out there and vote in person. You can social distance and everything. You don't have to worry if you do everything safely. Go out there, social distance, and I know this election's almost over, but for next election or the midterm, not midterms, primaries or anything like that, just social distance, and that's only if this virus is still that bad. Now I'm rambling, so I'm gonna get back into the story. A Houston woman says she was turned away from the polls because a so-called mystery voter had already cast a ballot in her name. Angie Madeline, 72, said she went to turn in her mail-in ballot Thursday at a polling center in the East End neighborhood. But when she got there, she was told by election workers that the system said had voted 2 weeks earlier at a different location. That sounds like a really weird sentence. Uh, she said, she just said, well, you voted. And she was insistent that I voted, Madeline said of her conversation with the poll worker. Madeline said the other location was 9 miles away, and records showed that she had used a driver's license to vote. I don't own a driver's license. Never have. I don't drive, said Madeline, adding that she has only had a state identification card. Harris County incoming election administrator Isabel Longoria said the mix-up was a 1 in a million incident. Longoria said what she believes may have happened was a mix-up where the so-called mystery voter didn't bring a scannable form of identification. Here's the problem, though. Every state ID, and if in the system it says that she used a license, that's both scannable forms of identification. So, what are you talking about? That's a scannable form of ID. Instead, the poll worker likely manually entered the person's name without double checking the address with them to make sure it was correct voting information. Longoria said there are around 250 other registered voters in the county with last name Madeline and first initial A. You got to confirm the address, Longoria said. You have to confirm the details on the signature page are yours. Madeline will be allowed to cast a provisional ballot, which is basically a mail-in ballot, but you do it right there. They give you a ballot, they give you a privacy envelope, you fill in your ballot, you put it in there. Then there's another envelope that you put that one into. When you put it into the bigger envelope, on the front of it, you put your name, your address, the county, the municipality, I believe your birth date, and I believe there's something else. I had to do it today, but apparently I can't remember that far back. And election officials will notify the early vote ballot board of the error the outlet reported. Meanwhile, election officials will be going through that list of other voters with the same last name and first initial to compare signatures and track them down. Longoria said they will also be retraining staff on proper procedures. That's not our standard at the Harris County Clerk's Office. Our standard is to protect every single voter, 1 or 1 million, Longoria said. And that is amazing that they're still going to let her vote. I do think that there should be a system in play to where you can't use she didn't have a scannable form of ID. That doesn't work when it says she used a driver's license to vote, because a driver's license, at least everyone I've ever seen in my lifetime, has had the black barcode on the back. Wait a second, let me look at mine real quick. It's not like a credit card, it's like a black weird rectangle on the back, okay? That's the scannable part. My regular state ID has one. Why wouldn't her driver's license have one? That's a little funky to me. I don't know how they do it down in Texas, but if they don't have scannable driver's license, I think they need to upgrade and get those. Okay, so this actually bothers me. It's just, I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what side of the aisle you line up on or any of that. But can we all agree that this right here is illegal? You can't put this type of stuff up as like, oh, hey, if you're voting against these people on this list, you're voting against Philadelphia. Because that's what it sounds like. And you only have one. If they had another one right over here with the Republican people on it, I'd be like, okay, fine, because it's even. You know, like, it's fair at that point. There's a couple more, and then I'll end this video. Here's, they're handing these out in polling places in Philly. This is illegal. They're handing them out inside of the polling place, too. It's not like they're handing them out outside trying to be covert. No, they're handing these straight to people inside the building. This woman, Rosa, I'm guessing that's a woman. My polling place in Philly was handing these out, and no one handed out a GOP or any other party option. If it's within 100 feet of the door, it's illegal. I mean, the people have spoken. But, alright, this is just my opinion, though. Take it or leave it. Please, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me why you didn't like my opinion, and I'll tell you why you're wrong. Yeah, please, guys. Go out, vote. Do it the right way. Do it. Make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's on anything that has to do with your vote. Most of you guys probably have already voted. I'm probably more talking to anybody on the West Coast at this point. So please, have a nice night, and remember to be nice to somebody.